We begin tonight with breaking news out of Holyoke, where City Councilor Rebecca Lisi has filed an order for an independent assessment of the Holyoke Police Department. Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome to Western Mass News at 6. I'm Chris Pisano. The order comes in light of recent statements made by Officer Rafael Roca in a video he posted to social media last week, and Chief Febo's response. The order seeks to cut through impartial accounts of personal positions and takes a broader look at the overall management and practices of the department. This assessment is supported by Lisi and 3 other Holyoke City councilors. Also breaking out of Holyoke, Mayor Alex Morse has announced his last day in office will be March 26th. Morse will start his new position as Provincetown Town Manager on April 5th. City Council President Todd McGee will serve as acting mayor of Holyoke upon Morse's departure. And this just in, UCONN women's basketball coach Gino Auriemma has tested positive for COVID-19 just 4 days after receiving his second COVID vaccine. His diagnosis coming just 2 days before the NCAA tournament bracket is set to be revealed. The school says the coach is not experiencing symptoms and has not had any close contact with team members since Friday. The coach must remain in isolation for 10 days and then can rejoin the team on March 24th. St. Patrick's Day right around the corner, and so too is spring break. College students across the country are partying it up during the pandemic. And Western Mass News reporter Sarah GUERNELLI found local colleges here canceled spring break to slow the spread of the coronavirus. She joins us now live with those details. Sarah?
Well, Chris, we've seen video of people partying it up in states like Florida over the weekend, and local health experts here in Western Mass say they're hoping that doesn't spike coronavirus cases here. Partying during a pandemic. That's what hundreds of people were seen doing this weekend for spring break and St. Patrick's Day. Springfield Mayor Dominic Sarno says health experts are keeping a close eye on a potential spike in coronavirus cases that could make its way here.
We're all going to be looking at this very closely to see what spikes might, hopefully don't, but might occur really coming from Florida area, the Texas area, Georgia area.
COVID-19 cases across the state are heading in the right direction, but health officials warn it's too soon to stop taking vital safety measures, especially for those who are in college.
We are asking, begging young people to make sure that you are keeping in mind that although your outcome for your health may not be land you in the hospital, you can certainly infect those you love, care about.
Many colleges across the state have chosen to cancel spring break altogether, including Western New England University. Their spring break would have been this week. Spring break was also canceled for Springfield college students. Instead, they were given well-being days in February and in March, and no classes will be held on April 2nd. Springfield Health and Human Services Commissioner Helen Colton Harris tells Western Mass News, with college students staying in town, they will be keeping a close eye on local restaurants.
Our restaurants are very aware and have been very supportive and have absolutely complied with the governor's orders. But it certainly is our job to make sure that there is compliance. We do not want to see our infection rates rise.
Over at Patty's Irish Pub, normally a hot spot for St. Patrick's Day celebrations, the general manager says safety is their top priority.
Make sure we have all dividers on our booths against the wall. Tables are separated, 6-foot social distancing. We make sure all our patrons are coming in with masks and getting up to go to the bathroom with masks.
And the general manager also adds that the 90-minute table seating limit will also help limit the amount of people. Live in Springfield, I'm Sarah GUERNELLI for Western Mass News.
Red flag warnings continue through 9 p.m. tonight for all of Western Mass. Critical fire weather conditions due to the very dry air mass in place. The blustery weather that we've had, winds have been gusting up to 30 miles an hour throughout much of the day today. And just the recent dry stretch of weather too. But today particularly dry as relative humidities are between about 15 and 30%. Lower humidity in the lower valley right now. It's incredibly dry. Wind is starting to back down just a little bit, but we do still have occasional gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Wind should continue to diminish throughout the rest of the night. It is cold though. We're 29 degrees right now with a dew point at 10 below zero. That is midwinter dry. It is still breezy, but again, wind will continue to relax and therefore temperatures getting cold tonight. Right now, already seeing some lower to middle 20s throughout the hill towns, 26 in Pittsfield, and then we're just shy of 30 now throughout most of the Pioneer Valley. Clear skies, which should also last much of the night, with a couple of high thin clouds drifting in well after midnight. Wind getting lighter, temperatures dropping into the mid-teens by midnight, and then early tomorrow morning taking run at records. We could potentially hit a low of 10. The record to beat in Springfield is 11. We'll have some high thin clouds around in the morning, a quick warm-up expected. Temperatures tomorrow back to near 40 degrees with increasing clouds, maybe a flurry or two by tomorrow evening. We'll take a look at your full forecast in just a few minutes. Chris?
Janna, thanks. This weekend, sunny weather and some undercover planning by Springfield police led to a huge seizing of dirt bikes from city streets. Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo is live for us now in Springfield with more on that. Audrey?
Well, last week we told you about the new vehicle that Springfield police is using to try to catch illegal dirt bike riders in places like Van Horn Park, where residents here tell me they hear the sounds of the dirt bikes at all hours of the night. Well, now Springfield police say they're using undercover operations to catch illegal dirt bikes, and they say that just in the last couple of days, they've caught more than 24.
The snow's melted. You can hear them all the time. They'll come to the park maybe, 5 times a week.
Before you can hear the chirping of robins returning for spring, Springfield residents say you can hear the sound of dirt bikes on the pavement. Though the bikes are illegal on city streets, Bianca Martinez says that hasn't stopped people from riding them near her home by Van Horn Park. Last year, she says she reported them multiple times.
And they were spitting up the dirt at us, at our yard. We tried calling the cops. They didn't really do anything about it.
But this year, Springfield police tell Western Mass News they too made use of the nice weather, setting up an undercover operation with state police to catch dirt bikes.
In total, we seized 20 dirt bikes or off-highway vehicles, and 17 people were arrested.
That's just since Wednesday of last week. And Springfield police spokesman Ryan Walsh says the suspects faced a host of different charges.
Unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle, unregistered operation of a motor vehicle, operating a snow or recreational vehicle on a public way.
Walsh tells Western Mass News this new vehicle has helped catch at least one of the 20 seized recently.
Hopefully this early season operation and tactical operation puts a little dent in some of the illegal dirt bike activity that's going on.
But seizing is half the battle. Walsh says a recently filed home rule measure calls for bikes to be destroyed after 21 days if no one claims them. Right now, Walsh says the unclaimed bikes go to auction.
Ultimately, they just come on back and they get back on either our streets or another city's street.
The home rule measure was filed at the state level, but will only apply to Springfield, whose residents are getting fed up.
At this point, we're not even trying to call the cops anymore. It just can't be helped.
Walsh says that new vehicle was initially acquired through a larger grant proposal as a crowd control vehicle, and it didn't come out of the police department's budget. However, due to COVID-19, there haven't been a lot of large events that would require crowd control, and then the department recognized that it could be used for other purposes like dirt bikes. Live in Springfield, Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.
Audrey, thank you for that live report. The Springfield Department of Public Works, the DPW, is desperately in need of new employees. Positions open for months are still vacant, which is starting to impact DPW operations. Western Mass News reporter Lindsay Kane is live in Springfield with more. Lindsay?
Chris, DPW Director Chris Signoli tells me they're looking for anywhere between 2 to 8 new employees. He said specifically they're in need of drivers. This after a nationwide shortage of plow drivers has really impacted local departments.
People are just not signing up for that anymore. For whatever reason. When we started looking at this in the fall, we also started to get contacts from a lot of our companies that were doing snow plowing that were having the exact same problem. Cannot find people with a CDL who are willing to work.
This winter has been trying on DPW departments. Many here in Western Mass were using more salt and sand than last winter and were down drivers for big snow events. They need these drivers to perform other city services in the spring, summer, and fall. He says if positions aren't filled, it's going to impact response time. Signoli says anyone interested in any of these positions should contact the DPW. Live in Springfield, Lindsay Kane, Western Mass News.